I've recently tried dating for a little while, and the world is very strange. In point of fact, it's almost overwhelming. There's such a huge amount out there that it's sort of difficult to explore. The first point I want to make quickly is that women frequently desire things they cannot have. The stunt for you is to have choices or seen choices. This is social proof because if women see you hanging out with other women, even if it's just your sister or a friend, it shows that women like you. After all, if you hang out with a group of friends that includes a few women, it must mean that you're a decent guy and not a creep, who seems more enticing. The person remaining around there in the corner with a brew in his grass, or the person spending time with a few others. The next obvious inquiry is, how can I spend time with female friends if I can't even attract a female? Do you actually have any friends? Do any of your male friends have girlfriends or are married? Spend some time with your two friends and go out with them. Try not to stress over being an unnecessary extra person or a fifth wheel. It's all about you getting up off your asses and going out with other people to socialize. Start going out with a couple of your friends to activities that women might want to do. If women want to do exercise on Saturday, other women probably want to do the same thing, thus putting you right in the middle of an activity where a lot of women will be. You can't get angry and put all of the women's problems on them because you had some bad experiences. Why would you want to listen to a guy talking about how to get women to chase you if you're single? How could these things possibly be working for you? Why not inquire about women's opinions? On the other hand, people will say in comments that you shouldn't ask a fish how to catch one. That's my point. Wouldn't that be the best source if the fish wants to be caught? The next one is to not elevate women to a pedestal. Obviously, you want to show her that you're interested, but keep in mind that most women prefer to trade up rather than down, so this may seem counterintuitive. At the point when you set them up in place of worship and you pursue them, you appear to be destitute and frantic. You also appear to be below them. Women want to move up, so it's in your best interest to appear better and level up in this situation. Please understand that I do not condone tactics, silly gameplay, or putting on a show to give the impression that you are someone you are not. The whole idea is that you should always work on improving your skills because doing so automatically boosts your confidence and self-worth. The next thing is to have a solid work ethic and some measured success. While I'm not suggesting that you need to be extremely wealthy to have your very own helicopter in the backyard, you should have your finances in order. There are far too many guys sitting on the couch right now, wasting time with Netflix rather than working on something they love. These same fellows are the ones grumbling that they can't get laid. The simple fact is that men who work on themselves are more attractive to women, and having your finances in order is obviously a part of that. A ton of men have gone through a few monetary difficulties over the course of the several years. The next method for having ladies pursue you is to have a zero resilience strategy for game playing. We ought to all have a policy of zero tolerance for immature games at this point in our lives. There is simply too much of it available. I'm out if you're not honest with me. I have no time for it. I'm excessively occupied, and I feel like every one of these self-named YouTube dating mentors are benefiting from individuals' frailties and disgorging similar stuff on the two sides, and in light of the fact that the two sides are messing around and utilizing strategies that no one is associating by any means. Instead of attempting to establish a genuine connection with someone, it appears to be all about posture and positioning. You can utilize games and scripts to land a date, yet when you're at last with this individual, you actually need to converse with them, all things considered, and make an association. You must continue to be you, not some script that you paid for or that someone else told you to say. After all, how long do you really think that facade will last? Knowing that you are valuable and deserving is the next step. Regardless of whether you need to recognize this, fascination is like investigating a mirror. Assuming you are apparently just drawing in ladies that are just keen on cash, I can nearly promise you that you are stressed over cash yourself, or you're simply continually stressed that ladies won't generally care for you in the event that you have relatively little cash. You can put on a show for people and act confidently, but deep down, if you know you're a 3, you won't be able to attract an 8. You attract what you are and what you truly believe. You will only attract another 3. Women are in the same boat. You will attract the same person if you have low self-esteem as well as low self-worth. You will allow other people to treat you as if you are less valuable if you don't value yourself. The next strategy for getting women to chase you is to set limits and make it impossible for anyone to cross them. It's possible that some people will unintentionally cross your boundaries, but if they do, you need to respectfully inform them that this is one of your boundaries. If you don't have any boundaries, people will walk all over you and take advantage of you because you haven't established what you're willing to allow from the behavior of another person. Setting limits is similar to instructing others on how to treat you. They will absolutely comprehend yours if the other person has boundaries that are comparable to yours. For instance, if Sunday morning is your golf outing, you and your friends go to play golf every Sunday. Because this is something that you do every Sunday and is important to you, you are not available if someone wants to make plans with you on Sunday morning. You can be as strict or as loose as you want with this, of course, depending on the situation. However, setting boundaries that aren't negotiable is something that people will respect, especially if you are highly valued. At this point in my life, I am aware of both my value and my worth. I am confident that I am a decent man with strong work ethics. My priorities are with myself, not with dating apps. Consequently, if dating apps are your sole focus, I believe it might be time to step back and discontinue using them. It's about you feeling good about yourself. There are far too many men on YouTube who only want to make you feel bad by calling you names like simps and trying to capitalize on your insecurities. That does not ring true. I refuse to be a simp. It's like when someone called you a name in 5th grade just to make you feel bad, and like you didn't belong. They are only using your fears to get you to buy their course. There are simply far too many men who, for whatever reason, are just pissed off at the world and women in general, and they are attempting to make you feel the same way. Take a break. Do something else for a while. Do something that makes you feel good, and do something you've always wanted to do if you're having trouble. Just be careful. To do anything, you don't need a date or a permission slip from anyone. Kindly click the like button, and I'll see you in the next one.